Hey again, this is MinecraftingDAD, and welcome to episode 2 of our Minecraft FTB Regrowth 0.7.1 Alpha Modpack series. This modpack is available in FTB Launcher. Information on how to download the pack is available in the video description below. In our last episode, we left off, we set up our base, and, well, we have a couple direwolves outside of our door. So I'm trying to figure out how we're going to negotiate this. These guys are not very happy that we are here. So I think what we're going to do, we'll see if we can figure out a way to get rid of these guys. Let's see here. I'm going to try to create a half slab. Let's see if this will work here. I'm gonna try. Alright, so we have somewhere to hit them. Ooh. Come over here, buddy. Come over here, buddy. Come over here, buddy. Come over here through the mail slot. I got a special delivery for you. Wow! Stole another one out there. It takes literally half of my XP or health with one bite. Hey, you need to go. You need to come over here. He dropped something. We got a head. Here, let's put this up just in case another one of these guys decides they want to come and, you know, stop by, leave a surprise. We'll leave that out there just in case. We also did get a miniature heart. The good thing about miniature hearts is this is going to allow us to, you know, basically restore all of our hearts if, per se, we get ourselves in the bind in the future. Alright, so let's take a look at our quest book, which we must have left around here somewhere. If you were a quest book, where would you go? I know I just didn't lose it. There's Tinker's Weaponry, Materials and You, Materials and You, Basic Material Processing, did it disappear or did I leave it back at the old base? There shouldn't be anything there. All of a sudden my quest book is gone. So if this happens to you, there should be an easy way to get another copy of a quest book. So the easy way to do this is 2 pieces of wood, a stick, and a piece of coal. So let's look at this. I think I have a couple pieces of wood in here. We have a stick and we have a piece of charcoal. So let's try that. Stick, charcoal, and 2 pieces of wood, and there you go. There's a replacement quest book. I really actually have no idea what I did with my last copy. So let's get started in here, and let's take a look at what we have available to us. We should have several quests. One of them is starting in the Botania. This is going to ask us to gather floral fertilizer. Seems to produce some interesting flowers when used on a dirt surface. And this task is the player needs specific items. Those do not have to be handed in. They just have to collect a mystical white flower. So we're going to work on that. We're also going to work on collecting some wheat, some sugar cane, and some mandrake root. Now some of the seeds we have found, I don't think we have any sugar cane. We may have to go out and do some searching for that. Or we can go and take a look at this sugar cane. Let's look at this. Sugar cane seeds can be... I guess we're going to have to go find the sugar cane seed. Oh, no, we can find it here. Okay, we do have the components necessary for sugar cane seeds. So you don't have to risk life and limb in order to go find some. You could basically combine some wheat seeds and some carrot seeds, and you're going to end up getting sugarcane seeds. The only stipulation is it needs to be placed on sand. So there's a couple different ways that you can actually get sand. I'm going to show you one of the easier ways to get sand. You can actually use the cracked sand and a bucket. Let's get ourselves an important resource here. We need to get an infinite water source. I'm not sure where the rest of those wolves are, but we're going to definitely keep an eye out for them in the future. We definitely don't want to have to be dealing with the wolves anytime soon, as that wasn't very fun. Alright, so let's get ourselves an infinite water source over here. We only need like 3 blocks to do that. And then we'll go back. We'll steal this water temporarily. There we go. And then just put this back. Alright, now, the cool thing about this is if we take a bucket of water and a piece of cracked sand, we get a piece of regular sand. And we can use this, like I said, between what did it tell us to do for a sugarcane seed. It needs to go between a piece of wheat and a piece of, a carrot. So we already have that set up right here. We have a carrot and wheat. So if we simply place a piece of sand right here, we can make ourselves some more agricraft sticks, and then we can place 2 of those down, and this now becomes a breeding station for our sugarcane. So we'll let that happen. Also, we need some mandrake root. We should have some belladonna seeds. What is going on here? Let's log back out and log back in again. That was quite strange. Okay. Not quite sure what caused that. Alright, so let's take a look in the quest book and see what other quests are available to us. One of the new quests that is going to be available is making a super crafting frame. So what this is going to tell you is having quick access to a pre-programmed recipe is nice. It's something that you can achieve with a super crafting frame. And what it does is it basically allows you to click on a crafting bench or an inventory, whether that's a chest or something like that, and it automatically will make whatever you put into the super crafting frame. So let's look up in NEI a super crafting frame and see what the recipe is in order to make one. So it simply is a regular crafting table surrounded by sticks. So let's make one of these just so we can fulfill the quest. So keep in mind this is going to require us to use our fully repaired hatchet and a piece of wood and also a bunch of sticks. So let's make one of these. There we go. There is a crafting table, and then just surround it with some sticks like so, and we now have that. So let's turn that quest in. And that gives us 5 of those. So let's take a look at how this works. So in the super crafting frame, if for example we were going to click on this particular recipe, we could say inventory only, and we want that to give us that. So like for example, if we put the sticks in there, we could just do this one more time. So we need these items here. Let's set this. I don't want to do that. I just want to click it. Alright, so we need to set the recipe from inventories only, or player in inventories is fine. And what this is going to allow us to do is, I believe if we right click? Yeah. If we right click on it, it will basically make that particular item. So you could do that in many different ways. For example, we can also tell it to, I don't have anything to, well, we could tell it to do this, for example. When you can see that it makes a slab, so if we right click on it, it just gives us a slab. So it's kind of a cool way to use it. You can also just basically put it up here on the wall if you want it to do the same type of thing. Say for example, I just wanted to make sticks from this. Well, there you go. I can right click it and it's going to give me sticks from the crops. Like I can convert them back and forth or something like that. It's kind of a missing ingredient crops. So it's kind of a cool little way to automatically craft things if you want to do it repetitively. Alright, so the next quest we want to take care of is one called flowering. So the floral fertilizer seems to produce something interesting. Flowers, which when used on a dirt surface, to ask where a player needs specific items. So I'm guessing we could just use the floral fertilizer on dirt. Let's give that a try. Okay, so what the heck was that? Something blowing up out there. But if we use the floral fertilizer on dirt, it produces botaniae flowers, right? And one of the flowers that we get out of this is the mystical white flower. And I believe you can actually turn this quest in with any of the flowers. You don't specifically have to collect that one particular flower type. While we're at this, let's create a chest specifically for the Botania stuff, because we are going to probably make a double chest. We are going to eventually have a ton of Botania things, so let's create a chest to store all of these items in, and we will save the mystical white flower so we can turn that in. Alright, let's grab our quest book and turn in that particular quest, and it's going to give us 10 floral fertilizer and 10 bone meal. What's 2 flowers? Do I need to have 2 of any flower? 2 mystical white flowers. So does this specifically... That's weird, because I thought at one point it didn't care whether you had that, like certain ones. Okay, well, if this happens to you, let's take a look at what do we need in order to create the floral fertilizer. So there is a recipe, and it includes basically 1 piece of bone meal and the floral powder in order to make more of the floral fertilizer from Botania. So how do you make the powders? Well, you're going to need the petals and this thing that's called the pestle and mortar. Pestle and mortar is easy to make from a bowl, a stick, and a plank. So let's go and make that, because it is a very important item that we're going to use with the Botania stuff. So a couple different things we need here. One of the first things we need is a bowl. Second, we need a full plank, and we need 1 stick. So with this, let's craft the pestle and mortar. Also, I'd like to maybe create a place to hang this up close by to our chests, just so we have a nice convenient location. We don't have to go searching for it when the time comes. It's here, it's easy to access, and yeah. So we'll be able to put this, like, say, right there. Also, what I'd like to do is I'd like to make another crafting bench that's, relatively close by to here as well, so we don't have to go running all over the place, to be able to craft some of these things. So let's look at the different items we need to make here. We need to make more floral fertilizers. So in order to do that, you just hand in one of the Botania flowers that you collected, and you get the petals. So let's do that, and then from there we can combine that with our pestle and mortar, and that's going to mortar, and that's going to give us the powders. And then if you combine enough of this, also we need some bone meal, which I think we have in here as well. Yes, we have some bone meal. We combine these two together. So start with the bone meal and these guys. There we go, just like that. And there we go. We now have an additional 2 floral fertilizer, and we're looking to get 2 of the mystical white flowers. So let's see here. Oh, not with that one. One more. And there we go. We now have 2 mystical white flowers. Let's use this opportunity and claim our reward. So let's take our items that we just received from completing that quest and let's put them in here. So we'll keep our floral fertilizer and our bone meal in this particular chest. I have taken some time to do a little bit of expansion for our crops in the meantime. And what I'm going to do is basically just set up a whole bunch of little 5x5 areas in order to, have some more room to do some crops and stuff like that. Also, I've given some time for the mandrake and the sugarcane stuff to finish doing what they had to do. So let's add another farm in right here. So this will give us 3 5x5s in order to, complete some of the earlier quests. So we'll take our water bucket and we will fill this up from our infinite water source. So we'll go do that right now, like so. And let's make sure we put plenty of light around these as well. Alright, so there we go. Now we have individual areas. We can kind of do some more expansion and working within one little crop area. The last quest we want to complete for today is the Not Farmville. It's going to require us to have 1 mandrake root. So the cool thing about these mandrake seeds here is it's when you hit this, there's a chance that you're going to get one of these little mandrake dudes. So it's going to be quite interesting. So let's see if we get one. Oh, yep. I love it. Every time I get this, I love this. It's hilarious. Right. Stand still. And there's our mandrake root. That's always fun. And at this point, we can turn this in and claim our 16 bone meal. Alright, and you can see that opens up a whole other amount of quests that we're going to take a look at next time. So what is the plan? I guess you'll have to wait until the next episode. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. And don't forget, you can also watch our live streams on twitch.tv/MinecraftingDAD. Thank you, and see you next time.